Very good morning, students. Once again, welcome back to the first year class, first year physics. See, actually, we are discussing about a related to the elastic and inelastic collisions of final velocities in the previous class. And here, once again, I will tell you both the expressions for elastic collision. That expression will be V1 is equal to M1 minus M2 by M1 plus M2 into U1 plus 2M2 U2 by M1 plus M2, and V2 is equal to 2M1 U1 by M1 plus M2 plus M2 minus M1 by M1 plus M2 into U2 for elastic collision. In simple, in case of an elastic, just you replace. See, in the first expression, there you write a E. Look at. Here you write a E, and instead of 2, 1 plus E. Here also 1, 2 is there, no, 1 plus E. And here also E is there, minus E, M1 is there, no, there you write a E, that's all. So these are the expressions which related to what it is in case of a elastic and as well as the inelastic collisions expression. Suppose I would like to tell you one case in case of this, there is a one, I'd like to tell you one case related to the inelastic collisions. So that in case of inelastic collision, in case of elastic collision, so that here let us case 1, only one case is there in case of a inelastic collision. Suppose you take a M1 is equal to M2 is equal to M, and as well as the second body at rest. Second body at rest. When second body at rest in the sense is U2 you make as a 0. So now coming to the point is V1 is equal to M1 minus, because MM no. So you write here M minus, right, E into M by M plus M, simple. Of course here you write a U1, here it is U1 plus here 1 plus E, clear, of M, second body at rest, M plus M. Simple, this is will be 0. So it is, you take a M is common, 1 plus E, sorry 1 minus E, U1 by 2M. So you cancel this and it is 0. Clear? This is what it is about a V1 it is, and you take V1 is equal to 1 minus E by 2 into U1. This is expression 1, and you go for the second one. This is V2 is equal to here 1 plus E, right, M1 you take as M into U by M plus M, plus in case this M minus E, it is M by M plus M into U2 0. Then again it is become 0. V2 is equal to 1 plus E Mu by 2M plus 0. So cancel it is V2 is equal to 1 plus E U by 2. This is equation 2. Now we know V1 and V2. Suppose you want to take a V1 by V2 also, no problem. There is a question will be like this, 1 divided by 2. So V1 by V2 is equal to 1 minus E by 2 into U1 by 1 plus E by 2 into U1. U1, 2, 2 cancel. V1 by V2 is equal to 1 minus E by 1 plus. Clear? So this is about a one case in case of a, which one? In case of a inelastic collision. Is it okay now? It's right? Right. So in this case, so actually in case of a inelastic collision, so actually only momentum is conserved. Sir, what about the kinetic energy? Of course the kinetic energy will be, it is converted into different form of energies. So the form of energies, it is in the different form of energies, no, nothing but a what, that may be converted into different form. There is a loss in kinetic energy in case of a inelastic collision. Not required derivation, I will give you direct expression. So it is required for only MSET and JE and NEET. So there will be a loss in kinetic energy. Loss in kinetic energy during the elastic collision. That's what it is. Directly now I am giving delta K, loss. There will be a loss in kinetic energy is equal to, which we can say like this, M1 M2 by 2 into M1 plus M2 into 1 minus e square by u1 minus u2 whole square. There is a loss in kinetic energy during the inelastic collision, not required any derivation. Suppose you go through this, enough. It is about it during the inelastic collision. Let us, I would like to tell you the next one. So now we know there are actually three types of collision based on their momentum and kinetic energy. One we can say elastic, second one we can say inelastic, third one perfectly inelastic. So let us, will go for the perfectly inelastic collision. So in case of a perfectly inelastic collision, three cases are, third case it is perfectly inelastic collision. Perfectly inelastic collision. So the perfectly inelastic in the sense is, let us consider a two bodies of masses m1 and m2. Say masses m1 and m2, so which are moving in the same straight line with speeds u1 and u2, condition u1 greater than u2. Then during the collision it is, we can say it is a before collision, right? And here after the collision, the two bodies they stick together and move with a common velocities. v1 is equal to v2 is equal to v. After the collision, that are moving with common velocity. So in case of a perfectly inelastic collision, in the senses, after the collision the two bodies stick together and move with a common velocity. It's nothing but a perfectly inelastic collision. Of course, in this also it is only momentum is conserved but not kinetic energy. Kinetic energy may be different form of energies are there. According to that, before collision, sum of before collision momentum is equal to sum of after collision momentum. Before collision will be m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1v plus m2v, because after collision both are moving with a common velocity. So here m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 plus m2 into v. Then the common velocity will be m1 u1 plus m2 u2 by m1 plus. So this is what it is related to perfectly we can say inelastic collision. Say perfectly inelastic collision, so that here v is equal to m1 u1 plus m2 u2 by m1 plus m2. This is related to perfectly inelastic collision. See, in this case, before collision kinetic energy and as well as after collision kinetic energy will say. Here it is about a conservation of momentum. Later I would like to tell you about a kinetic energies. See, you write here before collision kinetic energies. So before collision kinetic energy in the sense is, it is k is equal to m1 u1 square and it is k is equal to m2 u2 square. It is first body and it is second body. So right here before collision kinetic energy, sum of before collision will be m1 u1 square plus m2 u2 square. And here after collision, sir, kinetic energy will be, you say before collision you gave us the initial kinetic energy, and here after collision you say final kinetic energy m1 plus m2. Both the bodies are moving together with square is like this. Now we know after collision the velocity of the two bodies is kf is equal to kinetic energy of the two bodies, it is 1 by 2 m1 plus m2 v square. Therefore you write here kf is equal to 1 by 2 m1 plus m2 v will be, here you write m1 u1 plus m2 u2 by m1 plus m2 whole square. Suppose you take simplification like this, m1 plus m2 of m1 u1 plus m2 u2 whole square by m1 plus m2 whole square. Of course, one square will be cancelled. Therefore, kinetic energy final will be 1 by 2 into m1 u1 plus m2 u2 whole square by m1 plus, like it is. Clear? Now let us, it is the final kinetic energy as well as we know initial kinetic energy also. Now actually what we have to derive, See, by using this kinetic energies, there is actually a loss in kinetic energy is there, because in case of a perfectly inelastic collision also, the energy will be, it is converted into different forms, right. Therefore, there is a loss in kinetic energy is nothing but that we can say final minus initial, or you say initial minus final also nothing will happen. So that delta K is equal to K initial minus K final. Here derivation we can take like this, delta K is equal to, so K initial will be m1 u1 square plus m2 u2 square minus, this is again you take as m1 u1 plus m2 u2 whole square by 2 into m1 plus, here first this is a plus b whole square you take, then after we will see. Actually derivation is not required, the final expression is very important. In the previous also we can take an, we actually we wrote directly, no, that is what I am giving the derivation how to derive. So delta K is equal to 1 by 2 m1 u1 square plus it is 1 by 2 m2 u2 square minus of a plus b whole square. So that m1 u1 whole square plus m2 u2 whole square minus 2 m1 u1 m2 u2 by m1 plus m2 into 2. Clear? Now let us actually it is in a term we can also take as the simplification by using the 2 is an LCM, or else you want to take a 1 by 2 common, then we will get the like this 1 by 2 if you take a common m1 u1 square plus m2 u2 square multiply with minus, it is m1 u1 square minus m2 u2 square plus 2 m1 u1 m2 u2 by it is m1 plus m2. Again this LCM you take, delta K is equal to 1 by 2 into LCM, it is m1 u1 square of m1 plus m2, because multiplication m2 u2 square half m1 plus m2 minus m1 u1 square minus m2 u2 square plus 2 m1 u1 m2 u2 by m1 plus m2. Of course, once again I am telling you the derivation part is not required. So the final derivation will be after simplification. After taking this simplification, there is a loss in kinetic energy will be in case of a perfectly inelastic collision. Perfectly inelastic collision, there will be a loss in kinetic energy. After simplification, 1 by 2 m1 m2 by m1 plus m2, right, u1 minus u2 whole square. Once you check the previous expression, here it is there one more term 1 minus e square, that is all. So this is about a derivation regarding loss in kinetic energy. Loss in kinetic energy, right. So this is about a regarding what related to loss in kinetic energy. In this again we have some cases related to the perfectly inelastic. If you go through this, the derivation, clear. So there is a cases on the basis of this first case. So suppose is asking the ratio of loss of energy and its initial kinetic energy, the ratio of delta K to initial kinetic energy, right, and second body at rest. So in this delta K by K initial, so delta K will be m1 m2 by 2 into m1 plus m2, second body at rest, no, therefore u1 minus u2 whole square by here half m1 u1 square plus second body at rest. So initial kinetic energy means both we have half m1 u1 square plus half m2 u2 square. So delta K by K initial, this is the fractional change in case of a kinetic energy. So m1 m2 by, better you make the cancel 2, and therefore it is m1 plus m2 into it is m1 u1 square into u1 square, again u1 square, m1 is cancelled. Delta k by k initial is equal to m2 by m1 plus m2. This is the fractional change in kinetic energy. Suppose sometimes he may ask you percentage change in kinetic energy. So percentage in the sense is you multiply with 100. Percentage will be, we can take like this. So this is about a percentage. Clear? So this is what it is about a related to the ratio of loss in kinetic energy of the system and its initial kinetic energy. And you go for the second, that is the ratio of final energy to initial energy of the system. And again second body is at rest, right? The ratio of K2, second case is asking K2 by K1. K2 is nothing but half m1 plus m2 into v square by half m1 u1 square plus m2 u2 square. Of course is saying u2 is 0, second body is at rest. When second body is at rest, then you put a u2 0 and k2 by k1, which is equal to 1 by 2 m1 plus m2. We know v2, that is m1 u1 plus m2 u2 by m1 plus m2 whole square by half m1 u1 square plus half m2 0 square. So k2 by k1, which is equal to 1 by 2 m1 plus m2 into, here you write m1 u1 plus 0 by m1 plus m2 whole square by, again down you take as 1 by 2 m1 u1 square, 1 by 2 1 by 2, here m1 plus m2 once cancelled. So remain you will take k2 by k1 is equal to m1 u1 square by the bottom m1 u1 square into m1 plus m2, because one is left, no square, no, in that square one is cancelled, you take m1 is cancelled and u1 is cancelled. K2 by k1, which is equal to m1 by m1 plus m2. So this is about a fractional change in kinetic energy. See, we can say fractional change in kinetic energy. Suppose he may ask you percentage change in kinetic energy. So for that percentage change, you multiply with 100. That is about a fractional, no? You write here percentage change. So for the percentage change, k2 by k1 into 100 is equal to, you take as m1 by m1 plus m2 into 100. Here this is about a change in kinetic energy in case of a perfectly inelastic collision, right? So this is what it is actually in case of a perfectly inelastic collision. And I would like to tell you, on the basis of perfectly inelastic collision, there is one explanation is there regarding about a ballistic pendulum. So what is this ballistic pendulum? So the pendulum, you know, simple pendulum. In this simple pendulum, in the senses, see, like I'd like to tell you, ballistic pendulum is nothing but you take a one wood or a duster which is suspended by a thread. This type of pendulum we can call ballistic pendulum. Ballistic pendulum. Ballistic pendulum, that is when the wood log, it is wood which is suspended by a thread. From the suspension, length of the thread is L. There will be a mass of the wood is, you take m2 is equal to m or m2 it is. When a bullet is fired from the gun, bullet of mass is a small m, or you say it is m1, which is fired from the gun and which is moving with the speed is u2. And here the wood is at rest, second body is at rest. When it strikes the wood log, simple, when it strikes the wood log and the bullet is penetrates into the or embodied in the system, that is embodied in the sense is the block and the bullet is rest in the wood, therefore that it is suspended freely, no, therefore that system is rises through a height is h along with a wood. it rises through a height is h. So we can also take like this h. Because the bullet is embodied in the system, it is rest in the system, in the wood, both moving with common speed is equal to v. So it is also we can call as a perfectly inelastic collision, of course, perfectly inelastic collision. Therefore we can say like this, by using this, there we can say, see, according to the conservation of linear momentum, sum of the momentum before collision is equal to sum of the momentum after collision. So before collision will be m1 u1 plus second body at rest m2 0, and here after collision but both are moving with common speed is v. Therefore m1 u1 is equal to m1 plus m2. This type of pendulum we can call as the ballistic pendulum. So both the pendulum and bullet is moving with a common speed is v. Sir, how much height that is to be rises? Height we should get. So here your thing is, so there is a law of conservation of energy here we should apply, that is lowest point kinetic energy. Lowest point kinetic energy is equal to highest point potential energy, because at the lowest point there is a kinetic energy and at the highest point there is a potential energy. So that you say m1 plus m2 into v square by 2 is equal to, here m1 plus m2 both are moving with the gh. So m1 is cancelled. V square is equal to 2gh. V is equal to root over 2gh. This is, we can say what it is, the height raised by the pendulum. Sir, how much height is raised? Here actually it is making an angle theta. We should get this height, no, because we don't know height. In this height we should get. So both are moving, no. So the total length will be L. It is also we can say L. Now this part will be what happens. See, you subtract this total minus this, then we'll get it is L minus h. So we should get an h, no, by using from this triangle you take OAB, right? From the triangle OAB. Yeah, here it is cos theta you take, that is theta adjacent, L minus h by hypotenuse is L. L cos theta is equal to L minus h. So from this h is equal to L minus L cos theta. So h is equal to L of 1 minus cos theta. So we know h. This S h you take and substitute here, will get the final speed will be root over 2g into L into 1 minus cos theta. So this is about a ballistic pendulum relation. In case of a what? In case of a perfectly inelastic collision, in case of a ballistic pendulum. Like this, we have other examples also related to the ballistic pendulum, as well as other in case of a perfectly inelastic collision also we have. So this all related to what? Actually the relations related to in case of a elastic, in case of a inelastic, in case of a perfectly inelastic. Once you refer all these derivations, out of this all derivations, the first derivation is very, very important for LAQ. That is about a final velocities during the head-on elastic collision is a very, very important for APE point of view. Suppose you refer that, then ultimately you will get the question in the final examination. Right? You go through this all, which I was explained all, so that this is related to in case of a one-dimensional elastic collision. Actually, based on the direction, we have two types of collisions I told you. One we can say head-on collision, and one more we can say oblique, or we can say two-dimension. And again, based on the momentum and kinetic energy, three types of collisions: elastic, inelastic, and perfectly inelastic. So it is elastic, inelastic, and perfectly inelastic related to the one dimension is finished. So let us, we have other one is two-dimensional collision, that is based on the direction I am telling. So the two dimension we'll see in the next class. This is today's class. We'll meet in the next class. Thank you very much.